Nova Online. And also too, shout out to the Chin Universe. I think he's been like archiving all of this Nova stuff for everybody to use. So, you know, it's a whole kind of community thing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my part. But yes, it sounds like Nova is actually threatening the life, and he is on his revenge arc for Bludspeth. So you guys check out Bludspeth as well. But I'm not going to hold you guys up, though. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get into it.
After he was falsely striked by Nova Online. This is when he proceeded to join the live and of course hit online, threatened my life. I was streaming a few days ago trying to raise awareness for a fellow creator, the Chin Universe, after he was falsely striked by Nova Online. This is when he proceeded to join the live and of course hit me with the SYMFMB before disappearing like usual. At some point, I was talking about a hypothetical Lolcow road trip where me and some other creators would take a countrywide road.
Hey, you know, this is my thumbnail.
Road trip where we would go sightseeing at some infamous Lolcow historic landmarks. Nova took this opportunity to threaten me by saying that if I trespassed on his property,
Let's take a look at this. Okay, so here's Nova, obviously the Novine universe. It won't end well. Yeah, guys, we're all very, very afraid of Nova. Yeah, now obviously I don't think anybody should be like on Nova's like property or anything like that. But let's be real here. No one's scared of Nova.
Won't end well. Just gonna mention real quick that I did not ever mention trespassing on Nova's property or physically interacting with him.
What is he wearing? Not beating the allegations, buddy.
Or his property in any way at all. And that alone was a vague threat that I called out, which Nova doubled down on when he said in all caps that Idaho is a stand your ground state. Now, I'm assuming that he was referring to the Castle Dock.
I feel like Nova the type of dude to like run out with like a bow and arrow or something, like a very strange weapon, like a what is it, the thing that like you throw it and it comes back, a boomerang. Like I could see Nova being one of those guys that pops out with a boomerang, you know what I mean? He wouldn't actually just have like an effective like weapon to use.
He's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed because stand your ground laws don't even apply here, but I'll explain both either way. Stand your ground laws allow you to use force, including lethal force, in self-defense without a duty to retreat. And the Castle Doctrine, which is what he's most likely referring to, basically lets you put home intruders on a t-shirt. So let me put this in perspective. I never once mentioned trespassing on his property, physically interacting with him or his home at all, and Nova in response decides to cite a law that would legally allow him, well obviously not legally, but
legally allow him to pretty much take him down. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like the response does not, you know, it doesn't match the initial statement at all. You know, it's kind of like you tell somebody you're going to slap them and then they punch you, or like you tell somebody you're going to punch them and they stab you. You know what I mean? Essentially that same type of thing. Also, why does he, I'm pretty sure this is Paw Patrol. Y'all let me know like in the comments if y'all know what this is. I'm pretty sure this is Paw Patrol. Why is this grown man have this Paw Patrol? Like, how did he even get one in his size? Like, I know he's lost some weight, but like, you know what I mean.
That would allow him to take my life. Of course, I called him out immediately, and so did my chat, which was when Nova started freaking out. He sent tons of comments swearing at me, saying that he wasn't threatening me, saying he doesn't own any kind of firearm, etc., etc. He even said I was making
Sailor Moon.
But how can that be the case when he threatened me and I have dozens of screenshots that show that he did? He then says, okay, I didn't know you were joking actually, in reference to the previous hypothetical.
It's funny, it's like all the people in here like are showing no love for Nova. The Nova you suck. They're talking about Kiwi, who you guys know he's always on Nova's head top. Yeah, Nova's ridiculous. Get the chmatos.
Joke road trip, which clearly implies that he made those threats against me, but is now backtracking because he didn't know. When it's very obvious he just wanted to feel the power of threatening someone, but not the consequences. This is something Nova actually does quite a lot. and not threatening people exactly.
These gym clips are killing me right now.
As I know, but harassing creators in their stream.
Y'all peeping this form too, by the way?
The biggest victims of his stream harassment are, I'd say, me, the Chin Universe, Purity Sin, and the Greasy Middle Finger. Nova very often goes into our chats in order to swear at us or make fun of us or even call us chomes. No, I'm not kidding. Nova has literally called everyone who makes videos on him a chomo, which if you don't know is slang for predator. This segues us to our next segment.
The irony, you know, the irony of NovaOnline calling other people predators. Like, you know, what is it? It's like that Spider-Man meme. Y'all saw that where it's like they're both pointing at each other and they look exactly the same.
The video, and that's his revenge arc. Nova uploaded a video as well as made a community post announcing he's entering his new revenge arc.
Okay, we're ready for it. This is really my first Nova arc.
Committing multiple crimes and disgustingly harassing a female creator. Yeah, you heard that right. Firstly, I'm not the only one Nova committed a crime against after announcing this revenge arc. The Chin Universe, who I'm sure a lot of you know, is a Nova archiver and content creator who received multiple false strikes from Nova. These strikes were filed against him in a way to purposefully attempt to delete his channel as opposed to legitimately protecting copyrighted content. Believe it or not, this is
you know, YouTubers really don't like that. One of the main things YouTubers can't stand is when they're actually using fair use and you try to strike their channel down, because it really doesn't take a lot, guys. It really only takes like 3 strikes, and like you can try to do what you can, but most of the time once a channel is done, like it's cooked, like pretty much. The same age as Nova. Hey, I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, I think somebody said in my comments yesterday, they were like, yeah, you know, every time I'm feeling bad about myself, like I just remember that like Nova is actually a person out here existing. And it's true, you know. Shout out to you. I'm sure you're doing much better than Nova for sure.
It's actually illegal. When you file a copyright strike, you're doing so under threat of perjury. Perjury is a charge you get for lying in court. It is a federal felony as well as a felony in most states. It's punishable by up to 5 years in prison.
Hey, what's up?
Of up to $250,000.
Hope you living good out here.
So if you guys will, please go subscribe.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hope you living good.
Subscribe to the Chin Universe to show your support. His channel will be linked in the description. And now on to him inappropriately harassing a woman. He's harassed multiple women, including the Greasy Middle Finger and Purity Sin, but Purity Sin in particular was harassed in a very inappropriate way that personally makes me very sick. If you don't know who that is, she is a VTuber who occasionally nowadays makes Nova content. She was streaming when the Novine universe came into her chat, of course, swearing at her.
I can't wait till the day, guys, when I'm streaming and Nova pops into my chat. I don't know what I would do, guys. I don't know what I would do. Like, what would be my game plan? I could try to, you know, really befriend Nova and like milk him for content. I could just instantly just start roasting, coming at his head top. Like, I don't know. But man, it would be, I'd be starstruck, you know. I wouldn't know how to handle, you know what I'm saying? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I wouldn't know how to handle it, you know what I mean? I wouldn't know how to handle it. Like, sheesh, like, you know, I'd be listening to Lil Uzi all the time, and like, it'd be like I just saw Lil Uzi or something.
Then he
said he'd run immediately
because she called
Nova can't run.
You guys don't know, he's obsessed with that one emo singer, the one who went viral on TikTok a while ago. He goes by TX2 or something like that, and basically every emo whatever person calls him a poser because his music is just basically rage bait, and on top of that, he's apparently stolen from other music creators, so I guess I can see why Nova likes him since they apparently have something.
Nova has his ears pierced. Either that's an earring or it's some strange looking bump type thing. He'd waddle. That's exactly to describe, like, that's side to side. It's like you're on a boat, but you're just walking.
In common. But yeah, he was defending himself from being called a poser And then he proceeds to say, "Be lucky I haven't sent you to Pound Town yet." Now, Pound Town is...
Yeah, he's going to explain too, but you guys already know Pound Town is essentially just where Nova, when he blocks somebody on the talk, he sends them to Pound Town, meaning he blocked you.
His way of saying...
It's dumb. Like, obviously he doesn't get that it's not funny. He's the only person that's in on the joke. It's one of those types of things, you know.
Ban or whatever, but he's not on his stream. He's in someone else's stream. And so what's the point of saying that if it's not like harassment?
Yeah, it's like you can't even block him.
He then says, "I get more viewers than you," which is just not true. He gets, what, maybe 50, 60, 70, 60, 70 viewers, most of which are trolls or people who came from another person who's streaming.
I always wonder too, like these lolcows, there's like two types of lolcows. There's like the NovaOnline and like the Cyrax that don't seem to be making a lot of money, even though people are literally getting like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, like, you know, covering them, which is wild because you would assume they should be able to monetize that. Then you've got your, like, what's the guy? There's that Daniel guy and there's that like World of T-shirts guy. And they're essentially like the Novas and the Cyraxes if they actually left the house. And oh man, I could tell you guys, if I could see Nova and Cyrax on a live stream outside of the house, you know what I'm saying? That would be insane. By what's her face
at the time who's watching his stream. But his next comment is what really solidifies that harassment thing for me. He says, "SM10 Chan," which, if you don't know, stands for "suck my 10." I'm not gonna continue that part, but I'm sure you know what comes after. And then says Chan, which I'm assuming means chomo. That is a very gross and inappropriate thing to say to a woman. I'm not like a pearl clutcher, but I'm still gonna respect people's decency, especially like a normal, innocent woman who just makes content about you, and rightfully so, since, you know, Nova, you are a child predator, so people are gonna make videos and talk about you. That's kind of how it works. And let's be honest, guys, are we really surprised that he's doing these awful things? I mean, once you stoop so low as to being a predator, there's not much you can do that's worse than that. And the interesting thing is that I just uploaded a video titled "The Many Crimes of NovaOnline," which I suggest you guys watch. It's actually a pretty funny video.
We need to peep that sometime. Need to see Nova's crimes.
In the video, I just talk about crimes he's committed, like opening his uncle's mail, and of course, being a predator. But just from these last few days, these crimes have doubled. He's committed multiple other crimes, and don't worry, he's definitely going to commit more.
I would say, how are you really committing all these crimes and stuff from inside of your house? But I guess it is the digital age, and that's very much possible. Still, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I remember the good old days where it's like somebody who kind of like looks like Nova and acts like Nova is normally pretty harmless and normally a pretty cool guy. Now I feel like they're all gooners.
Because, you know,
they're all just gooning.
He's not exactly the gold standard for morality or for being an upstanding citizen. And you know what? Let's also react to this video of Nova trying roundtable pizza for the first time. And again, all he eats is fast food. I don't know how he's dropped so much weight. Every day
he has dropped a crazy amount.
Every video. This is why I think I know pretty much that he's on Ozempic, or he has some kind of condition that's making him lose weight.
Jeez, are those, I know, like, I have my blinds back here. They're a little screwed up. A pup was eating on them, but, you guys see Nova's cabinets over here. They need a little work. Looks like they need to be attached in general.
Cannot eat like this all day, every day, and lose weight.
There's a lot of trash back there too. Y'all seeing that?
Tons of sugary soda and alcohol.
I feel like he's blocking a lot of it too.
So again,
probably on purpose.
I don't know how. Like, I saw a empty box of twisted teas in the background of his videos. He just uploaded a video of him taking a shot of vodka, one of those little pink bottles for girls, but apparently Nova likes it. So we know he's consistently drinking alcohol. He's consistently eating fast food pretty much every day. He uploads almost daily with some kind of fast food review. Someone tell me how he's losing weight. And again, like, I'm 90.
We already know that people have come to the conclusion that it must be a weight loss drug. Like, either that, because I mean, we already said if he goes on a jog, this dude literally films when he takes a shower to prove to everybody that he's taking a shower. We already know if this man goes on a jog, we're gonna see it. We already know if he's cooking up healthy foods, we're gonna see it. Those few things in the gym, like those clips that we saw in the gym, if Nova was in the gym, we'd see it. It's got to be a weight loss drug, right? I'm saying he's got to be.
99% sure he's on Ozempic or tirzepatide or one of those fat losing things, or he has some kind of condition, most likely diabetes. And the countless sores on his arm don't really help. He says those are bedbug bites, which could be true. I mean,
it could be true. Have you seen Nova House?
But we don't know for certain. But anyways, here's a video.
Trying round table pizza for the very first time. Let's start off with the appetizers. Okay, they were supposed to.
Bro's voice kills me every time. Like, can I get a French onion soup, please? You've been dieting for the last 2 months and it's been nowhere near as fast. Hey, it's just never gonna go as fast as the like weight loss drugs and everything like that. But hey, nice for you though. 2 months, like, that's a good bit of time. You know, a lot of people, they say they're going to do it for 3 days. You know, it'd be New Year's Eve hits, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, by the time it hit that Friday, you know what I'm saying, they go on Monday, you know what I'm saying, they hit that Monday, they hype. About Wednesday, they like, I ain't really trying to do this. Thursday, they pretty much like, nah, this is over with. And Friday, they'll be back next year. Catch you at the next one.
Give me ranch with my appetizers and they never did. Damn it. I'm gonna have to use the ranch from the wings. But let's start with the monster sticks. Let's get a cheese bowl. Gross! Yeah! It's not bad.
How do y'all feel about Mott sticks? Andrea in the chat right now, she loves Mott sticks. Me personally, I eat them. You know, I think they're good, but it's like when you go to a restaurant, to me, like paying like $10 for like some cheese with some breadcrumbs on it just seems ridiculous. Off topic, but I just have to say that because it's a freaking Mott stick.
It's actually pretty good. A little heavy on the breading, but the cheese bowl, immaculate. Let's get another one.
Breadsticks probably cost that man $12.99
on TikTok and YouTube. Oh, no. Way too much green cheese. It needs to have more jalapeno in it. I just got a bomb of green cheese in my mouth. Not pleasant. Now the Idaho potato wedges.
And can bro do something with his hair? This is about the fourth Nova video I done made, and every single time there's something like this ridiculous, and I gotta pause and make a comment on it because it's just like, bro, can't he, like, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, can't he just do like this or something? Boom, that's corrected. Like, obviously it looks greasy. Obviously it needs to be washed. Obviously he should get a comb or a brush and actually do something to it. But at the least, I'm sure he can see himself on his phone or whatever he's using. He can just hit one of these real quick. I'll do one for us. There we go. See that? It's crazy. He's like this. All right, NovaOnline universe. All right, NovaOnline universe. Let's get it. Let's do a food review. What is it? Can I get a French onion soup, please? That dude's wild. Let's continue.
But it needs to be crunchier, and it definitely needs a sauce. Now let's try out the Polynesian wings.
That sounds decent.
These are the most tender wings I have ever had. And the Polynesian sauce reminds me of a sweet chili sauce. It's really...
Look at the face this man makes. Whereas it was so greasy. Nah, I have to see that. There was a video where... oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up after this. Where his hair was so greasy it caught fire. I didn't even know that was possible. But look at how he looks at this wing after he eats it, guys.
These are the most tender wings I have ever had. These are the most tender wings I have ever had. And these are the most tender wings I have ever had.
Oh, well, looking at that wing, but... As they say, ladies, Get you a man that looks at you like how Nova looks at this chicken wing. He's serious, man. He's locked in.
And the Polynesian sauce reminds me of a sweet chili sauce. It's really good. And finally, let's try the pizza. And before I try it, $14 for a personal pizza? You fucking kidding me? And I got 2 of them. That's $28 for 2 pizzas. When I can go down to Domino's and get 2 for less than 15.
I'm saying.
Double the size. All right, this is the King Arthur Supreme.
Bro, it's making me want some pizza though. I can't.
It's actually not bad. The dough is actually really good. It's got a nice thin crust. And look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm gonna take another piece for reference. Literally 0 flop. This is actually a good quality pizza. Is it worth $14 though? Let's find out with the next one. And this one right here is their garlic pizza that I forgot the name of. Once again, no flop, 1 bite, everyone knows the rules. Exclusive property of the Nova universe on TikTok and YouTube.
The pop-up is always crazy.
This one's really cheesy. Good amount of toppings on it. The green onions give it like a good, give it like a good like pizzazz, some good flavor to it. I paid way too much money on those 2 pizzas to make this video. Was it worth it? Hell no. I don't think I'm going back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that man had to spend he had mott sticks, he had jalapeno poppers. I think he had one other thing, and then the 2 pizzas. This man spent at least a clean little 40, like something like that. Nah, because the pizzas was like 14 alone. So that's with tax, that's 31, 32, something like that. Probably about 50. That's funny. All right, people. So let's move on to the next topic. Appreciate everybody showing in, popping in. You know what I'm saying? The WW event where somebody helped sign it. Oh, is it really? Dude, it's crazy. That's the thing that I'm saying. Like, it's like Nova should be able to capitalize on all this clout. Like, if you got people on national TV holding up signs simply just to roast you, like, you kind of like, obviously he's not famous. I'd call him like a F-list celebrity or something like that. Like, I don't know, like Nova, if he walked around for long enough, I wonder if people would like recognize him in public. He gets no views, but like, man, people are getting views off of Nova, you feel me? So I don't know. If it was me personally, I don't know, I'd be dropping some type of videos. I'd be hiring like an editor. I'd be like really trying to lock in. He already did the hard part. That's what it is. You're right. He's infamous. Perfect use of the word. Actually a textbook use of the word infamous for sure.